Hey folks, and welcome to our newest edition of our global terminal. I know it's been a while when I last posted this, but here we have it. This is my legit team, or at least half of my team, and I put some time and effort into that team. I definitely did. It's really not a team to be used on global because of how it works. You know, you have 6 Pokemon, you pick 3 of them, and you kind of go from there. But my team is kind of good when they all stick together, you know, like a team support. But unfortunately, that will not be the case in here. Anyways, we have a match against Joker, and this guy's name just suits him perfectly. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna Volt Switch, expecting him to switch out to something that resists, expecting the possible overheat. He did have a Latias in the team preview. At that point of time, I still didn't know what kind of Pokemon he's gonna pick, you know, obviously. But I switch out to Cobalion. He actually did stay in. I should have just overheat, but I guess he's Focus Sashed, I'm guessing, and a Rock Blast is something that will most definitely devastate the Rotom. So I guess that switch wasn't really that bad of a move in the end. Anyways, he did switch out to his Jellicent. I did expect the switch, that's why I decided to go for the Stone Edge instead of Close Combat being super effective on the Chiochino. Decided to go for the Taunt, knowing that Jellicent, he's most likely running a Ferrothorn. They can, both of them are pretty good supporters to each other. They tend to cover each other's weaknesses pretty well, and that's why I predict something like this coming in. I switch out to Cobalion. Against a taunted Ferrothorn, Cabal can mostly wall his offensive moves like Gyro Ball and Power Whip. I resist them both, decide to go for the Sword Dance, and now he's actually gonna taunt, as I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge. I believe I was predicting him to predict me to switch out to my Serperior like I did back before. Making the same move twice wouldn't really be the greatest move on my part. So he does activate his Citrus Berry, recovering 25% of HP if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is the way that berry works. But I'm gonna switch out to my Rotom now, as he actually decided to go for the Taunt. I was kind of expecting the Recover, but now I was actually expecting him to switch out to his Pharaoh, being that I can easily go for the T-Bolt and Obliterate. But Curse Body activates, and it doesn't really matter, but you're gonna see that that was not enough, and that proves to be a pain, because now he can easily recover. I guess he did predict me to Volt Switch. That was a good move on his part. Really risky, seeing that Volt Switch was actually really close of taking him out, and this Jellicent is extremely lucky and a painful Pokemon to deal with. He's just gonna proceed to go for a Recover, mainly recovering all his lost HP, like I didn't do anything against it. So all those previous turns were absolutely useless. I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt to do about 75%. Curse Body activates. Very unfortunate. This was a really frustrating time move, because now I'm choiced, I'm locked. Curse Body is gonna disable my my only move I have locked myself into. If I keep on going, you know, with it, I'm gonna struggle, and that's not the best move to go for. So I decided to go to Serperior. He's mainly he can easily stay in and proceed to go for the cover as I switch out, knowing that I will switch out, being that my only offensive move on Rotom is disabled, and I did outspeed that Chiochino back before, knowing that I'm Scarf now. I'm gonna go for the Coal Mine. He did, I believe, did a couple of moves, predicting me to switch out. I guess he wants to get the burn, and he did get a burn. Look at that. +1 Calm Mind, Giga Drain still does not take down the Jellicent. This painful Pokemon, I swear to God. He gets a crit. Not really that important, to be perfectly honest, because Notori Ferrothorn can easily come in, easily take my moves, and proceed to go from there. Now I do predict the switch. I decide to go for the Dragon Pulse, but in all respect, Ferrothorn can mostly take all my moves, even at +6. I don't run Hidden Power Fire. It's really hard to get Hidden Power Fire, especially at powerful level when you're playing legit. I even train this team. I have grind in the wild for EVs, for good EVs. I've used items to boost those EVs, but in all respect, it's really extremely hard to get like 70 base power fire on Serperior. I would most likely use it, but you know, I can't, because that would most likely mean that I would have Pokegen, but I didn't Pokegen this team, you know, put time and effort into it. So yeah, you know, most unfortunate. Anyways, I do have a Rotom to kind of back it up. Serperior is gonna need to fall there. Yeah, that was mainly the plan, to kinda still have a couple of things to handle his last remaining Pokemon. I did go for Overheat again, and I actually miss against Jellicent on the most important turn. Jellicent's HP was nearly gone there, you know, and it would have most likely take him out, no questions asked. Of course it would have taken him out, but if I were to predict that miss there, I would most likely switch out to my Cobalion, predicting the recover, gone for the taunt, shut him down, and proceed to just be to stay in here and for him to take me out. Go back to my Rotom and just T-Bolt away. But I did at least go for the Stone Edge, and yeah, I'm gonna proceed to go for the T-Bolt. T-Bolt, unfortunately, again, Jellicent is too good. It's gonna take it, and look at that. I believe that's like the third time Jellicent survived with like no HP, and that proved to be the game. So good game, Joker, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt you are, but still, it was a crazy match, considering that we all both only used 3 Pokemon, and my god, that Overheat there, I would have most likely obliterate your Chochino if I did not miss. You know, just switch out, switch in, having Cobalion as a Death Adder against Chochino. Then again, maybe you would have had Sub. That may have been the case, and in that case I would have been obliterated, but I'm not sure. I kind of forgot how much HP you had on that Chochino left. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did enjoy this global terminal, don't forget to leave a like. Stuff sometimes go into a favor, sometimes they just break you down. It's the way of the game. It makes stuff more interesting, and because of that, I'm still playing this game. If the game would have not have any crits, any, you know, perfect accuracy all the time, then I would have most likely stop playing this game ages ago. Anyways, guys, with that being said, peace out.